I really, really liked Metal Gear Solid 3. I think it's my favorite of them.
It is definitely my favorite. Yeah.
I remember trying to get you into it, and it took a little while, but then, man, I think you started to like it more than I did.
Well, the thing, we played 1 and 2 first,
Yeah.
and then you told me, okay, we're gonna play 3 now, but it takes place in like 1964 or something. And I was like, wait a minute, but Snake wasn't alive yet. And then I realized, oh my god, it's Big Boss! The whole game is Big Boss! And I was like so excited. But then it was weird because it was primitive compared to the other ones because you didn't have the thing in the corner that showed you where the guys were. Your weapons were different, and you had to work harder to not die. But that ended up making it a better game.
Somehow I'm getting health back. I don't know how. This code is weird. What did I do to make this code?
I'm not saying, I'm sure Kiefer Sutherland does a great job, but he's not my Snake. Hey, you already won. You did it.
I did it. What's my time? I should have had my timer going. I am sick, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go to level 2. Or I can go get the good sword.
Yeah, hashtag not my Snake.
Yeah. So are there any that I can use my Bernie thing to get a heart piece?
Wall Rumpus says, I want a game set in medieval times. Call it Leather Gear Solid.
That's good. Or are like gonna be steampunk things if you go back to World War II?
Can you imagine steampunk? Yeah, steampunk Metal Gear.
Darn, doesn't look like there's really... Alright. So how many people have played like the Game Boy Advance version of this game? It seems like people even forget it exists.
I owned it because I'm a Zelda fan.
Yeah, I remember you had it on your shelf, but you never played it ever.
I never played it because I didn't. My first Zelda game was Zelda 3. So I was never good at this one, and especially not Zelda 2.
You called it Zelda 3.
Because it is Zelda 3.
That's why I married you, because you called it Zelda 3. I'm going the wrong way here.
And I also bought, Zelda 3 on the Game Boy Advance remake, but I was really upset with that one because specifically of the sound it makes when you switch from the light world to the dark world. It sounds so garbled and weird that it hurt my ears to even listen to it, so I stopped playing it.
So is King Darian in the chat?
Mm-mm.
Okay, King Darian has been working with us on the Legends of Localization stuff lately. He's been playing like a lot of the games, getting a lot of screenshots, like the N64 games. He's going through the entire Ocarina of Time, Japanese and English, just for future reference. Like for Zelda 2, we have a whole bunch of screenshots we need from Ocarina of Time. So he's been doing that. Like I'm gonna wind up like he also did that with Link to the Past for us. We're gonna have so many Zelda books, maybe.
That's cool.
Like I can do Link to the Past book. I can probably do Ocarina of Time book. I already have Link Between Worlds stuff ready to go.
Link Between Worlds is ready.
Yeah, it's
done.
We can write about that. There's all this really cool stuff in Link Between Worlds that people don't know about, and I wanna.
Is it this screen here?
Yeah. Come on. I really want to get Legends of Localization into serious gear, like get it really going. But
Which one will you take?
I need to make it. Yeah, if you get that other one, I'm gonna punch you, even if you're a child. I punch children every day.
Nemo wants a Link's Awakening book.
That would be a really interesting one. But then there's like all these like the color version. Oh no.
Oh, the DX, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got some fan art.
But that would be a really good one because that's around the time they were starting to get their treehouse stuff working and going.
Whenever you want to take a fan art break, we got some.
All right, let's do it after I get the white sword.
Yeah, so Dean says the bigger annoyance is the unnecessarily added voice samples for Link to the Past Advance. Yeah, although I was already used to that from hearing them in the other games, but it is kind of weird.
I didn't like that. There's some like there was a time in Nintendo's history where they had to do all the waggle controls. Every game had to have these pointless controls.
Twilight Princess.
There's also a point where every main character had to have some kind of voice. So they would force that into like Zelda games. He always had to make a sound no matter what.
I really appreciated that for Ocarina of Time though. because you got to hear like. You got
Oh,
to
yeah.
hear them, you know, make especially during the cutscenes, and they would just like, you
Yeah.
know, like
It made
gasp
sense, I think.
and-
I think a lot of our follow sounds are actually Ocarina of Time voice sounds.
I
so-
like them a lot.
So, you know, they're not bad, but it doesn't really fit. Like, if they added it to this would just be so wrong.
Oh
wouldn't it?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make a hack that does that. Meow mix.
Wow, wow, wow.
So, chat, what is your favorite cat food to give to your cats?
What? Oh, well, I can tell you what I think I remember my cats used to like the most.
What's that?
I think it definitely was Meow Mix, but it was the kind with the little ocean bits inside, like the ocean flavor, so it tasted like fish. And my cats liked that. Jamprov says rabbit meat?
Rabbit meat. Poe, have you ever, or chat, have you ever had a cat like bring something dead to you?
Absolutely.
You have?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever had a cat do that.
I told you the saga of the dead squirrel last Christmas. My mom told me about.
Oh. So it brought a dead squirrel?
My cat Gabby, back home, back in my childhood home, brought a dead squirrel to my mom for Christmas. Like on Christmas Day, and left it on the front porch, and she flipped and like threw it in the yard. And then later that day, she found it again, but it was underneath the Christmas tree this time. So Gabby had went out, got the squirrel again, and put it under the Christmas tree.
I could have done level 8 just now, although I don't have the ladder, so I guess I couldn't have. So you got people playing, their cats are playing with dead mice.
Dead
Oh
bugs.
no, babies rolled out.
Huh?
I'm reading the chat.
Oh.
Not in the game. Babies did not roll out in here. Alright, so this is a
Oh, my chat needed to update.
This is a suboptimal route I'm doing. Yeah, so what is the speed run? Well, I guess I saw the speed run for second quest, but what, like 100% for second quest? What is the speed run for that?
I don't know.
It's probably they probably already finished it by this time. Alright, so we're going to level 2. I'm gonna get my. See, those projectiles are fine. Maybe it's just those weird Gorias. So here's the A. We're going to the A, it looks like. What's in here? Maybe something's in here. Then babies rolled out of Zelda and Link was held accountable in the end. Well, let's get this. Even though I don't even have a bow. I think the bow is like one of the last things we get even. Oh, Poe.
Huh?
I'm sorry to tell you I beat Willow last night.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No! Why?
I had to cheat. Well, because it's for the book.
No!
I had to cheat.
Don't remember it.
I don't remember it.
Good.
It was weird, and I had to use the debug menu.
I need to beat Willow. Me.
I know. I think they'll enjoy it. But since I had never really played it, it made no sense to me. Nothing made sense to me.
Good.
And then I was using the debug menu, and I didn't
And
know
you
what I was
didn't know
doing.
the movie anyway. Okay, should we explain the story of Willow for the chat?
Okay.
Willow is one of the only NES games I had growing up. I had like less than 10 NES games, and Willow was one of them. And it was my first RPG, and I didn't know how RPGs worked, so I never got past the second village as a kid. And then I got the game and played it with Mado, now that I knew how RPGs worked and what experience was. And it works on a password system, so we were playing it legit on a cartridge on an NES, and I got pretty far. I know I got past the second village. I think I was even making a map for a cave area on graph paper, and I died and a password came up, and I went to write it down, but in the process of that, I knocked the NES, and, you know, it turned off. Like, it started blinking. I couldn't get the password down in time, and I was so discouraged that I stopped playing it and vowed, one of these days, I'm gonna beat Willow on the NES. And then you went and beat it last night!
Yeah. So basically last night I was looking for screenshots from credits where they have really weird names. You know, there's like...
Oh, is that what those screenshots were from?
Yeah, you saw I posted
I
those.
saw those. Oh, I wanted to be surprised.
So there's like Yuki-chan's Papa is a famous weird name. There's also this other guy who's famous for his weird credits and games. And his name, he used to go by Fishman. Also a guy named Tall Knob, stuff like that. I don't know where I'm going here.
So I need to catch up with the chat here. Tribulation 2 just joined. What is this Legends of Local book?
So Legends of Localization, I don't know if you know Legends of Localization or not, but basically I compare Japanese games with the English releases. And this thing I've been doing for years now. And I'm doing my first book. It's going to be a Zelda book. And here I am, I'm getting some like final screenshots. Shoot, I'm already at the end?
Yeah, I hear it. Andrew Ray says about the Willow movie, the only thing I remembered was that Beast getting its skin ripped off. Yeah, that happens.
I remember like a weird two-headed dragon.
Yeah, that happens too. Willow is a great movie. It's one of like 80s fantasy movies in general for kids are just super amazing and wonderful, and they have great special effects. And if you can find a copy of Willow, watch it again. It's a really great movie and it holds up. And the game was based on the movie, which was one of my favorites as a kid. I had a crush on Warwick Davis when I was little. Probably because he was about the same height I was when I had a crush on him. Because he's a little guy.
So I need to go back in here. I need to get the flute or the recorder. Whatever I prefer to call it the flute because
it can be the flute.
I hate recorder. It doesn't record anything. And these guys are already in level 2. Okay. So I need to go up, super up.
Oof.
Yeah, we're recovering from sickness. Yeah, so the book isn't available for pre-order yet because, you know, we're still working on it here, you know. Like you're watching progress on the book right now. But you can go and you can sign up for when pre-orders happen. And we want to have good pre-order bonuses. So if you guys have suggestions, let us know. But right now we're thinking a bookmark for sure. Possibly we'll sign pre-order ones, only the pre-order ones. And maybe like an art book that I do.
I like to call it an art zine because it's not going to be like a book.
Not a full book, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little thing.
I had started to do that for like Final Fantasy IV. Like if people were to like donate enough money for my damn it. Oh wait, I think there's a key in there. Let me get that key. For Final Fantasy IV, I was gonna, like people donated enough, I would give them an art book that I drew. Although people were starting to donate so much for my Final Fantasy IV Legends of Localization stuff that I had to temporarily turn off donations, and then like I haven't worked on it in a long time. Even though it's like the most requested thing.
Nemo says, I'm going to talk about Willow for a while.
Okay.
Because I got really excited.
Go ahead.
One thing they remember about Willow NES was using the wand to try to transform the good sorceress back to a real form. And it wasn't working because they needed more levels. That is the sorceress Finn Ravel or something. Finn Razel, probably. And, man, I just want to watch that movie today. Can we watch that tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I might have to work on stuff.
Finn Razel, I think that's her name. That movie's great. Anne says she's not a big fan of Willow, but Anne, try to watch it again, like now. Maybe you'll like it. It's great.
No, don't do it right now.
No, but today, like soon. Oh, wait. She liked Conan and the Beastmaster, that kind of fantasy.
Oh, I liked Conan.
Okay.
Although we haven't watched the second one.
But Willow's so good. It had a short person as the, like,
Main
the
guy.
hero.
He's the opposite of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. And that guy, what's his name that was Batman eventually?
Michael Keaton.
No, the other Batman, the second one.
George Clooney.
No, that's the third Batman.
Too many damn Batmans.
There's sequel books to Willow. I never read them, but I'm gonna find them now. Val Kilmer, that's it, Andrew Ray.
Okay.
Val Kilmer's in that movie.
Was he the second one though?
No, he was in the third Batman movie. Michael Keaton was the first two movies. So he was Batman 1, Batman number 1.
Okay.
Batman number 2 was Val Kilmer, who was in Batman Forever. Batman number 3 was George Clooney, who was in Ice to Meet You. And then I think they stopped making Batman movies.
That was the
for a
official
while.
title.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I can see now why NK didn't like Willow. And yeah, the one with the leprechaun, yeah. He also played the leprechaun, and there's only one good leprechaun movie, possibly two.
I like the first Leprechaun movie because if you look at it as Earthbound references, it makes it much more interesting.
It has like 5,000 Earthbound references
Well,
on
just
accident.
similarities, yeah.
On accident.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first The first Leprechaun movie is good, and then Leprechaun in the Hood is the other
That's
good
a real,
one.
that's a really good one.
That's the other
You would
great
not
one.
think so. It is really good. All right. So we're there.
I'm average height now, but I mean I had a crush on Warwick Davis when I was a child.
Let's go over there. Get a heart there. Level 3 is around there too, so that's fine. All right.
Leprechaun in space?
That was so bad.
Mado got angry at that movie.
That was so bad. It was not supposed to be a Leprechaun movie originally, I think. It was so bad.
It makes sense.
Never, ever see that.
So they're not really Earthbound references in the Leprechaun because I think the Leprechaun came out in 91 or 92.
Predated it, yeah. But it just so many similarities. It's really
so
crazy.
Many. For one, like here's a couple. There's a guy in the movie who looks exactly like Pokey, and he wears overalls and everything. And at one point, they're like painting a house blue.
And he's hanging out with this kid who looks like
he's
Lucas.
wearing a Lucas shirt, yeah. And they get paint all over themselves, so it looks like happy blue.
And then they go to like the end of the rainbow, like in the Pollyanna song, stuff like that. Leprechaun skates around.
Wait, he rides a skateboard. He's a little skate punk, and
Yeah.
the kid uses a slingshot and stuff. It's not really an Earthbound movie.
Although when they fight the Leprechaun at one point, it really felt like how an Earthbound battle would look, if you could see it in real life.
The best concept was Leprechaun 3 in Las Vegas? Really? I don't even remember that one, but we have seen them all.
Oh, should I get it?
Yeah.
So I've talked about this book that we're working on for Zelda 1. It is it's already looking so good. It's amazing. Originally I was going to try to do it by myself like years and years ago. But since I suck at everything, it was going to look like I just printed out the site in a Word doc or something.
Yeah, so we have a professional designer who's designing it. Thank God.
And it's full of cool pictures. It's like half informative, half entertainment, half
Oh, that's
weird.
too many halves.
Yeah. It's gonna, and I think we're gonna do hardcover, and we're gonna have like foil stamp stuff or something. I don't know. It's gonna look awesome.
Yeah, right now we are planning on it being hardcover and possibly embossed.
Yeah, we're trying to like set the standard really high for these.
If you've ever,
the series is real good.
If you've ever bought any of Fangamer's other books, it's gonna be similar high quality.
It's not gonna be as like information dense as like the handbooks. Because it's not a handbook, but it's full of awesomeness.
I meant like production wise.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, not a shitty book, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I should watch my cursing.
No, I'm swearing today.
I haven't been streaming for like 2.5 weeks, so I've been cussing a lot.
I've already sweared a few times. I don't mind. It's a Pomato CX anniversary or something. I don't know.
It's a comeback.
Yeah, so like this time last year we were playing a lot of T Edition.
We were also, yesterday was the sneak a zucchini onto your neighbor's
Oh
porch
no!
day.
So we did something else. What did we do?
We couldn't find any zucchini games, so I don't remember what we played.
Was it World Population? Was it World Cat?
It was probably Cat Day. I think Cat Day is today. Let me see. When's Cat Day, dudes? Not Catter Day.
So I think somebody actually made a zucchini game for us that day.
Really?
But like for some reason it was set up that we had to buy it, and it was weird. That's why I didn't buy it.
No, I think you just had to make an account on that site. Like, buy an account. I don't remember.
Okay, so level 3 is a little simpler.
Tribulation is congratulating you on your books. And if you want to be notified when the books go up for pre-order, there you go, Tribulation.
Yes.
2.
And thank you for your congratulations, even though it's still not done yet.
We're still working hard on it, and this is actually part of the work.
Yeah. So I've been playing it so much. Oh wait, there's a heart piece in here. Give me that.
Shoot.
Oh wait. I've been doing so much research and playing so many versions of this game.
Oh, World Cat Day is August 8th. Okay, so that's what we did. So Princess Cutie Pie wants to know if is there a numbered amount in production? So far, just this one, but we're planning at least
So the
2-3 more.
Earthbound 1 is like,
It's next in line.
yeah, like, oh damn it.
Why'd you kill these?
Well, it's not dying now.
Oh.
But Earthbound 1 I have to get done by the end of the year. And then after that, we'll probably go back, finish Zelda 2. And then I would like to do Mother 3 after that. Before Nintendo releases their own. Which isn't a confirmation of anything. We don't know anything, but just, that feeling.
I'm actually really looking forward to the Mother 2 book because I did a lot of work on that one, helping you research it and gathering information and stuff. There's a lot you don't know about Zelda 2, guys. It's amazing.
Yeah, let's not share it, though.
Okay. You'll have to buy the book.
Yeah. We can't give out all the info yet. So I need some bombs. I want to get some heart pieces. 10th enemy has the bomb, but I got hit.
There it is.
Bomb!
You wouldn't grab that rupee when you didn't need it, man.
I know. It's habit. Yeah, I kind of really look forward to doing Mother 3, but it's going to be so long until I can get to it. And Mother 4, I want to get back on Mother 4. I don't know if we can ever do a Mother 4, or Final Fantasy 4 book.
Yeah, I was going to say Mother 4. That's not even out yet.
Alright, you need to eat this. Eat this kitty litter. Thank you.
What if you left the room and didn't get the heart? Would it be gone?
I think it would come back. I think I tried that one time. I forget. Oh, so for Mother 3, I forget what I was talking about. Oh, Final Fantasy 4. A book for Final Fantasy 4.
That's gonna be the size of a dictionary.
It would be bigger. It would probably be several thousand pages. It would probably have to be 5, 6 books at least.
No, are you really gonna do it?
I don't know, but I really would like to.
We'll
have to. The only thing I can think of for Final Fantasy 4 is if I do no more online updates, and then I sort of solidify or simplify the existing stuff for the book, and then do the rest of the content.
Like you don't include all of the versions of Final Fantasy 4, even the fan translation. Although, if you want to highlight some very bad parts of the fan translation, that might be fun.
Did I get the Triforce piece? I did.
You did.
That's it. What was? Oh, okay. There was no fight there. It was just the Gorias.
Yeah.
All right. It's level 4. Oh, level 4 sucks.
So, Flash64 says, I recently played through the Mother 3 in Japanese. Did you guys add the hearts at the end of the Magypsy's speech?
Yes, because they speak very feminine in Japanese, but it's really hard to convey that in English, so I added that. Kumatora also speaks very, very rough and masculine, but I couldn't think of something to do similar. The closest I could think of was to put like an arm muscle icon, but that for whatever reason I guess I didn't decide to do that. So we got a fan art here, but I need to save it. Oh, I saved it in the wrong one. Okay, here we go. So we got a fan art here. I would like to share this.
So, ZP Dolly says we should watch Sir Ron Lionheart's Final Fantasy IV Let's Play. How so?
Yes, what is interesting about this? So this is from Flash64, fan art for the Tomato CX stream. I think I said this because I like Tricker. Oh, the handsome
You're
Tom
the handsome tomato.
I hope you guys don't get sick from our sickness. So thank you for this, Flash64. I'll give you 28 tomato points. I really like, what is that, crayon or is that colored pencil? I think it looks like colored pencil. Thank you for this. I still have like 30 old fan arts to put up on the stream. Okay.
Oh. So Sir Ron Lionheart does the full 100% everything run of it and voice acts the entire game.
Oh no. Is it kind of like what we've been doing with the after years?
The after years. We should do the after years when we're sick.
I know. I was thinking about it. Like when I was really sick, my voice was so crazy.
We sounded completely different.
I was worried that my voice was permanently changed. It's still a little off, but let me get that. But I sounded like a different guy.
Oh my god. Is that list DN posted really all the Final Fantasy 4s?
There's a lot, yeah.
Oh my god. You're gonna have to pick and choose.
Yeah, so... But Final Fantasy 4, that's the most emails I get. They're like, I can do more? Here's some more info. Here's this and that and that. And I love Final Fantasy 4, so I want to update it so much, but there's just so little time in the day. I had started to work on... Oh, let me get bombs too. I had started to work on getting uh, the donation thing going back, so we can have people can donate and a new page will pop up. But I'm really worried. People are going to donate a whole bunch all at once, and
I
suddenly.
think we should, at the moment, work on getting this book
Yes,
finished.
the book needs to happen, but I might still try to poop out a Final Fantasy IV update sometime this year.
We must make our production deadline.
I've also been avoiding updating Legends of Localization with any new info because I want to post about the book first. And I've been getting so many like really interesting questions and things like that, so I feel bad for not updating.
The good, the bad, and the ugly 4. Well, if you do a couple of updates, you know, you'll get more readers checking you out, though.
Well, I'm thinking I might do like a sticky post or something like that, and like maybe every page will be like, "Hey, I got a book coming out. Go check it out."